Hello everyone. Our today's lecture is going to be on PT Academic Speaking Module, and the subtest is Retell a Lecture. That's the question type. Let's work on it now. First of all, how is it marked? The thing is, there are three criteria called as content, pronunciation and fluency. Everyone is for 5 marks and the overall mark per Retell lecture is 15. The skills which are tested here are speaking and listening. What is content? You get 5 marks in case you speak out all the major points, describe the characters, aspects, actions, their relationships, the development, implications and conclusion. You get a 5 mark. When do you get 4? If you miss out one small aspect, you get 4. When do you get 3? You deal with major points, but the minor points are missed out. You get 3. What is 2? If you deal only with one key point and you forget the rest of them, then you get 2. 1 you get in case you just deal with basic elements, but do not clear out the concept of the interrelationships, implications, etc. And a 0 means you mention just something and everything is disjointed. That means the keywords are not there. What is oral fluency? You get 5 and the lowest one is 0. 5 is for native like, 4 is advanced, 3 is good, 2 is intermediate, 1 is limited, and 0 is disfluent. Pronunciation. Again, it ranges from 5 to 0. 5 stands for native like and 0 is non-English. Retell lecture tips. Tip number 1. Have a template in mind. It is very important to have a template so that you know what you're going to speak. Because if you're unclear with what you're going to speak, it is very difficult for you to make a proper framework. Do not repeat same thing again and again. The computer which is going to check your the content is geared up for keywords. If you repeat one keyword again and again, it's going to penalize you. Make it sure the keywords are spoken differently. Tip number 3. Have a structured response. It should have an introduction, it should have a body and a conclusion, which is very important. A structured response is important. Make use of the picture. In Retell a lecture, mostly there's a picture on the side. Use the picture well, because picture is worth 1,000 words. It's just a proverb and an idiom. It's worth 1,000 words. So now, what does that mean? It means that you can understand the lecture just by looking at the picture. Tip number 5. Focus more on fluency and pronunciation. It is very important to be fluent. Keep your speed as medium. Don't increase your speed. Keep your pronunciation as neutral pronunciation. Do not use any accent. Do not use any mother tongue influence, which is called as MTI. Don't use that. 6. Keep some filler statements ready. It is very important. Keep some filler statements ready. I'm going to give you a list of the filler statements. It is also present in your login ID. For example, the lecture gives very insightful information about the topic in question. Like, this is a filler statement. If you don't understand anything, use this filler statement. Let us now practice. This is the transcript and on top is the audio. Now I'll play the audio. You read along the transcript, but in the real exam, there is no transcript. This is just for a practice session. That's it.
The shuttle was designed to be a space truck. It's a multi-purpose vehicle. We've done a tremendous number of different things with it. It's the most versatile space vehicle that has ever been built. We've used it to launch satellites. We've used it to repair satellites in orbit and put them back into orbit. We've used it to capture satellites and bring them back to Earth for repair. We've outfitted it with the Space Lab built by our European partners and used it before the era of the space station to do scientific research. We used it as part of our partnership with the Russians, which is still continuing, first as part of the Mir space station, where we actually prolonged the useful life of Mir by several years, through logistical supply visits with the shuttle. And now, of course, we're using it to build the new International Space Station, which is a huge international partnership.
Now here we have sample responses. There are 3 sample responses. I'll be playing them one by one. The first is for C1 level, which means 76 plus marks. Now I'll play that.
Well, he speaks about the space shuttle, and he starts with its uses, such as it refers to it as a space track. First, you can launch satellites with it, you can repair satellites, you can send them back into orbit and even back to Earth. Before the Mir stage space station was established, they had a lab inside the shuttle. Later on, in collaboration with the Russians, they have prolonged the Mir space station life, and now it's part of the latest space station project.
Now the second is for B2 level, which is 59 plus marks. Now I'll play that.
Some kind of multifunctional space tracks which are used basically for satellites, to launch new satellites, to catch them and prepare them, or to capture them and take them back to the Earth to be repaired. As well, research is carried out in space shuttles, and they are used in a partnership for logistic, for the cosmic stations, like the station Mir was, and to build a new station on the orbit.
And the last is for B1, which is 42 plus marks, and now I'll play that.
We have learned about the space shuttle, which is designed and created by the United States of America with the partnership of Russian technologies. It is used to prepare space shuttles and other space equipments.
Now if you look at the differences between 3, you will understand there are grammatical mistakes, there's a fluency error, there's a pronunciation error, the elements are not described properly. So this is the kind of problem that comes here in the sample responses, and that is how they are marked. Now the templates in Retell a lecture. I have got multiple templates, and these templates are also put up in your login ID. You can use them from there also. In this lecture, the speaker explains the major information about the topic. Whatever the topic is, just add it there and the whole line is ready. Similarly, this is another line. Pause the video here and see the lines. Another line. These sentences are specifically designed so that you can use them as templates in your Retell a lecture. So these are some templates which I have shown here. You can pause, take a screenshot, and they're also in your ID. These are some more templates. Use these templates and get an amazing score in Retell a lecture of PTE Academic Speaking. Thank you so much. Follow this channel, share, comment, like and subscribe. Give it to your friends, help them out, and get help yourself. Thank you so much.